This broadcast is owned by the Great American Conference and produced by the Great American Conference Network.
It's the second day of the 2020 GAC Basketball Tournament Championship. It's the second year in a row for Oklahoma Baptist to be here, and it's the second year they will meet up with East Central here in the tournament. Michael Westbrook along with Joey McWilliams and Hayden Pretty with us today from the Bruin Fieldhouse in Bartlesville. Thank you for being with us. It's going to be a fantastic day of basketball. Our first matchup, the East Central Tigers, the Oklahoma Baptist Bison. We're ready to get this one underway as Deshaun Lowry will jump in the center circle for Oklahoma Baptist. And they have won the opening tip as he takes that one from Jalen Brown. Jay Havens in his 7th season leading the way for East Central. Jason Akers in his 2nd season for Oklahoma Baptist. You have to talk about Cameron Talley when you look at the starting 5 for East Central. We welcome in Joey McWilliams here. It's going to be a wild day because these two teams have had some awesome regular season matchups. Plenty of time to talk about that. Let's talk about Cameron Talley for a moment.
Of course, 21.3 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game. He is this team. The way he goes is the way this team will go. Unfortunately for East Central, it's a team that struggled of late coming into the tournament. These are two teams that are coming in on completely different paths right now. East Central having lost 6 of its last 7, while Oklahoma Baptist comes in on a 6-game winning streak.
Jaquan Sims and Deshaun Lowry, 2 of the big starters from Oklahoma Baptist, both averaging double figures. We're off to a quick start. Jaquan Sims has the game's first points.
It's just a heads-up play, staying with it on defense, turning right back around on your own end of the court, putting it up and in.
So Jackson, Talley, Brown, Arnold, and Neely on the floor for East Central. It's Sims, Thompson, Lowry, Stoddard, and Lewis for Oklahoma Baptist, and we'll see the game's first foul and free throws upcoming with Talley going to the line after Sims is called for the foul.
Talley is one of those players that puts points up, and he has done so throughout his career. More than 1,900 points coming in. As a matter of fact, that's point number 1,934 for his career, and he is headed for a plateau as well, one that just a couple of other players in the GAC have hit.
Looking at that 2,000-point mark as a possibility if the stay can be extended for the Tigers here in Bartlesville. 2 for 2 at the line, an 86% free throw shooter, so you wouldn't expect much less.
We saw that 2,000-point mark crossed yesterday, as a matter of fact, right here in Bartlesville.
29 points from Kevin Buckingham on the day for Southeastern, and he passed that 2,000-point mark. Lowry banging inside will get the and one opportunity. That's Deshaun Lowry. Welcome back. 10 points a game, 8 rebounds tonight for Lowry, and he is a huge presence inside. Look at him.
Makes that move on the block there, spin move, and just a little bit of a hesitation to get the defender up in the air and then go up strong.
Coach Jay Havens, I mentioned him, his 7th season as the head coach of East Central. Assistant coach Kyle Hankins there on the screen as well. A 17-11 record for the Tigers.
You know, and it's no coincidence that Coach Havens' presence in Ada has been a big part of East Central's success in the Great American Conference Tournament, as now the Tigers have been in 7 straight GAC tournaments. And, you know, they weren't in those first 2, Michael. It really wasn't even close. The Tigers were at the bottom of the standings by a wide margin. When Coach Jay Havens came to town, things changed.
Absolutely did, and he's also lost an assistant coach along the way who was able to get a head coaching job. That one will rattle in. Tyler Arnold. And it's his first 3-point make to tie the game. 12 points a game for Arnold this season. Back inside to Lowry. How about one more time? He's going back to the free throw line. Obviously, East Central is going to have their work cut out for him on the interior today.
Well, there's no question that Neely does, and if you're watching this play down low, I mean, Neely with the 2 hands, he has them out in front, trying to get his position and keep his place open in the lane. But I'll tell you what, it's just too much strength on the inside right now. Neely's going to need some help.
Coach Jason Aker, his second season as the head coach. Assistants Josh Davis, Zach Rogers, 20-8 overall record for the Oklahoma Baptist Bison. Well, here's the thing about Deshaun Lowry. He's 68% free throw shooter. That's not bad, but if they're going to be fouling him the way they have been so far, he'll have to knock down those from the charity stripe.
I may have heard you. That second one.
I don't know. We got the big student section of elementary kids here screaming and yelling. They got the gym going loud here in this first one. Nice solid drive there from Zach Neely. There's some of those youngsters. They got their scattered in some green clothing there.
You know, it really is a fun part of being here in Bartlesville is the students get to come in and cheer for the team, and they know coming in which team they're going to cheer for. The teachers even have them with some cheers already ready, and they put a lot of time and effort into coming in and making these teams feel welcome here.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lowry gets called for the over the back. He'll get his first break. And he's replaced by Hicklin. Jarius Hicklin. Tally yet to score. Let's see if they work this back to him at all. Nope, it's going to be a drive inside and good for Tyler Arnold. 5 for Arnold. He averages 12 a game, and he's hit a couple of shots early on so far. He's 2 for 2.
You know, Michael, that works actually into East Central's hands, that the more times Tally isn't scoring, that means the more defenders are being pulled away from what you can do for an isolation play or something else, because Tally's going to draw a defender when he's on the court.
Look at this again as Rashad Lewis, who just checked in, he's fouled. 5 fouls already. We're at the 16:47 mark of the first half. When these two teams played each other the last time out, there were 54 combined fouls.
Some physical play going on?
Yeah. Josh Apple will take the floor for the first time for East Central, the junior out of London, England. Lewis, another one of these players. Off the bench, he's averaging double figures. 12 a game for Rashad Lewis. He was a transfer from Mercer, came with Coach Aker when he took the head coaching job at Oklahoma Baptist. Baseline drive again for East Central. It's Arnold one more time. They can't stop him inside.
And someone's going to have to make that defensive shift for Oklahoma Baptist.
Lewis gets to the rim, blocked. Shot blocked. Apple with the rejection. And the pass to Tally battle.
Baseline closed quickly there.
Oklahoma Baptist trying to capitalize in a big way, and they do. It's a 3 from Jaquan Sims. Ties the game at 11. It was a 3-point overtime victory for Oklahoma Baptist the last time these two teams matched up. And the lead changed hands 13 times. Arnold's going to try it from distance this time. Offensive board, Jackson. Oklahoma Baptist will clear it. It's Harrison Stoddard.
Good no call.
Wise decision there by Hicklin not to take that shot. Would have been forced. Now he'll step back. Missed it short. Our first media timeout at the 15-19 mark of the first half. Oklahoma Baptist, the 4 seed. East Central, the 5 seed. We're all knotted up early at 11. Oklahoma Baptist on your screen, their second straight tournament appearance, tied up at 11 with East Central, our 4-5 matchup on our first of 4 games here today on the GAC Sports Network from the Bruin Fieldhouse in Bartlesville.
Tyler Arnold now for East Central coming in. He has 7 points, 3 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from behind the arc. He actually has been named the GAC Elite Scholar for 2019-2020, as he has had the highest GPA in the tournament for a player with more than 70 credit hours to his take.
Well, so here is Arnold. Of course, we see this a lot of times. Your star player, sometimes it takes them a little while to get going because all the attention is on them. Cameron Talley's first long ball of the day.
Well, that's a set play coming out of that timeout there. Opens things up for Talley to be able to put it in from long range.
You going to track it all the way to 2,000 for us today?
If he puts 67 up there, I think we'll all be tracking.
Yeah. Mohammed Abubakar with the basket. Another big presence inside for Oklahoma Baptist. 6'7" from Lagos, Nigeria. Both teams really working it on the interior here in the paint. It's going to be Talley going back to the free throw line.
Both teams have found openings on the baseline. Now this time Talley takes it right down the middle. He split some defenders. OBU has shown zone a couple of times, and there has been a gap in the middle. That time Talley was able to see it, take advantage of it, at least get to the free throw line after missing the shot.
One more for Talley after missing the first one. Missed them both. A rare double miss there for Talley. Lewis off of a screen, blocked shot out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bison.
Bishop Coulter is checking the game for East Central as well. Senior from Atoka, Oklahoma. Transferred through Midwestern State down in Wichita Falls.
Harrison Stoddard will inbound. Officials over at the scorers table. Potentially checking shot clock. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the foul was on Jaquan Sims last time. That's what the official was just correcting, because I was watching the replay. Isn't that what he said? And not on Brantley Thompson, which should be 2 on Sims now. Oh, who gets credit there? Was it going in, or is it Lowry?
I think it was going to fall. Lowry may have given it just enough. We'll see.
They give it to Stoddard. I got to go with Doug Self, our official statistician. He says it was going in. All right, well, Michael Westbrook, Joey McWilliams here courtside. Let's go to the third member of our crew, and Hayden Pretty. Well, 15-14 early on. It looks like this one's going to be a big back-and-forth game like what they did during the regular season, Hayden.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, considering how the game started out, I feel like both the games started out this way and stayed the way through the whole game both times previously.
All right, what are you seeing out there right now? What's going to be the big key?
I feel like really ECU's got to get Cameron Talley going. I mean, OBU is not letting him have any breathing room at all, which, I mean, if I had a player on my team that I was playing against that's put up 443 shots and the next closest player has put up 228, I wouldn't be letting him have the ball either, but they've got to do something to get him going.
All right, thanks, Hayden. As Joey said, that's the way that East Central goes, however Cameron Talley's going. He's got 5 points in the early going. Inside, nice move that time from Bishop Coulter.
Now, the previous trip down the court, Lowry had taken a charge. Did a good job standing his ground. This time stayed still a little bit too long, and Coulter was able to make the move in and up and around him.
Coulter in his senior year out of Atoka, Oklahoma. You might know where that is. Not too far away, and he's playing pretty close to home there in Ada. Talley, bad pass, good hands really from Stoddard, and he's going to have an easy layup. Even even got hit along the way about half court.
And he did, but that hit went both directions. I mean, he put an arm out to keep his distance, too. This has been physical since the tip.
Sure has. Arnold, nothing there for him. I think both teams expected that. They've really been working the ball inside. There's another opportunity as Apple will go to the line. Officials are going to stay busy today.
They are.
Stoddard picks up his first. James Hill, the sports information director at Oklahoma Baptist, told us that in the last matchup, the overtime game, that almost every starter was in foul trouble in the first half for Oklahoma Baptist. In fact, one of them even ended up fouling out. It was Lowry, Sims, Stoddard, Thompson, Lewis. They all had 2 fouls in the first half. Lowry ended up fouling out. The others all ended up with 4. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt from East Central this time.
They back quickly into that man on defense, though. Staying pretty tight, not giving up much room inside or outside the arc.
Kurt Hall, his first shot attempt. Lewis, an offensive rebound. Hall working against Arnold. Into the paint, stripped away. Here comes Cameron Talley and East Central. See Matt Garriga in the game. Now Talley into the corner. And an offensive rebound. What a rebound from Hicklin.
It really was. One-handed job there.
Talley will fire again. Front of the rim. Talley with 5 points on 1 of 4 shooting. Watch out here. Coulter needs some help.
His wingspan has to be longer than what is listed. I mean, he is quick with those arms.
Apple tried to shovel it underneath the Coulter. Ball loose. And a jump ball, the possession arrow will go to Oklahoma Baptist. We've got a media timeout. With 10:56 to play in the opening half. Exactly where we were at the last break. All tied up still, 17 all.
When you think about college, it's easy to think of intimidating things.
Like the large campus and classrooms, big books, and big tests. But when you get here, you realize that it's not just about these things.
It's about the people.
The people who pushed us to succeed.
Those who struggled and achieved with us.
It's about finding our place.
And living and learning with people who care about you.
This is home.
I mean, if you haven't thought about switching to Geico, frankly, you're missing out. The mobile app makes it easy to manage your policy, even way out here.
Your marshmallows.
Get digital ID cards, emergency roadside service, even follow. Whoa. Oops. That cheeky little thing got away from me. My bad.
Geico. It's easy to manage your policy whenever, wherever.
Can I trouble you for another marshmallow?
17 all with 10:56 to play in the opening half. The 4-5 matchup today between Oklahoma Baptist and East Central, meeting here in Bartlesville for the second consecutive year. Talked about that game on February 15th. Overtime victory for Oklahoma Baptist, 99-96. And how about the first time they met up with each other? Way back on December the 7th. That one went to East Central by 12, 97-85. A lot of offense in those 2 regular season matchups between these 2 clubs.
You talked about the fact that these 2 teams met last year here in Bartlesville as well. Oklahoma Baptist's first trip to the GAC tournament resulted in a victory over East Central as a 3-seed, 73-66.
Lowry with 1 on the shot clock, tipped back in. Give Harrison Stoddard credit for being in the right place there. Men's bracket, Southeastern yesterday over Southern Arkansas, 83-69. Then it was Southern Nazarene over Washita, 61-49. The top 2 seeds advancing to tomorrow's semifinals. Offensive rebound for Coulter. And now Lowry clears the glass.
Really not a surprise with those results from yesterday as well. The 2 top seeds really have been the 2 dominant teams in the GAC over the course of this year. You throw Henderson State in that mix as well. And as strong as the league is as a whole, there are some teams that are at the top of it. And you have to look at what Southern Nazarene, Southeastern, and Henderson State has done. We'll have a chance to see Henderson State a little bit later on today.
Brantley Thompson out of Tuttle finds the scoreboard for the first time with a 3. Largest lead of the game here for Oklahoma Baptist at 5 points. Kick ball there. That should go to Oklahoma Baptist. Looked to me like the kick was from Jackson. Guess not.
No, I actually, Michael, I did. I thought that went off of Hickman's leg. He was up there close.
They get the subs corrected here.
And one player on the bench right now is of note. Callie will take a seat.
That's a rare look because he plays about 37 minutes a game, and he's done that throughout his entire career for East Central. I saw Garriga just light it up earlier this year in a game against Washita. He can flat out score. His first shot there doesn't go.
Michael, I really like the move there. And he drew out the defender and then quick, strong to the basket, straight up. Now he misses the shot, but he pulled the defense out. As OBU shifted to this man, they're playing pretty tightly on the East Central offense.
Abubakar on the inside. It's going to go to Thompson instead. Another 3. Brantley Thompson. And East Central and Jay Havens want a timeout.
And rightfully so, Michael. The defense has had a couple of slowdowns on previous trips down the court, including that one. Players not getting over in time on help and coming off screens as well. That's what the opening of right there for Oklahoma Baptist.
Keep it right here for this one. Oklahoma Baptist not only playing in the opening round here for their tournament lives, but playing for their postseason possibilities beyond this weekend, sitting 8th in the regional rankings right now in the Central region. That would get them in the top 8, but nobody ever likes to be on that bubble. Not this time of year. Well, they certainly need some wins to solidify their chances. There we go, everybody. Might have heard that horn going a little longer than normal.
Well, you know, and Hayden mentioned that last night too. I mean, you just don't trust the regional rankings at this point. Not in a suspicious way, but you can't rely on that. You know, you don't want to be in that 8th spot. You want to make sure that you're further along, and definitely the AQ, as they call it, the automatic qualifier. That's that spot you want to get.
East Central's been that one time. They were tournament champions in 2017. Second foul on Harrison Stoddard. And it's the 15th foul on Oklahoma Baptist.
Well, that was an East Central team too, wasn't it?
It sure was.
Some of the names on that team. Brett Cannon, by the way, who's sitting on the bench right now for East Central, is working on as a part of Coach Haven's staff, and KD Moore on the inside, and then of course Braxton Reeves.
Yes,
the all-time greats to play for East Central.
Abubakar will try to back down Coulter. Nice pump fake. All right. East Central shooting 47% from the floor. They go right back to Tyler Arnold. He is Kind of reminded me of Adam Dworsky, the way he's been able to shift around and get inside and make something happen.
Did you see that again? He drew his defender out probably 3 feet beyond the three-point line, and then a strong move straight back to the basket.
Thompson with a couple of threes. Has it taken from him. Now Hicklin will make his move on. Garriga fading away. Darius Hicklin, his first 2 points today. Seven to play in the first half. 7-point lead, Oklahoma Baptist. Coulter skips it. It's Arnold. He probably could have had a pump fake there and gone right to the rim. And we got a timeout here. Timeout from Oklahoma Baptist. We'll step away for just a second. 7-point Oklahoma Baptist lead. This is the GAC Sports Network.
Looking back, I think I was a little nervous starting college. But from the moment I arrived at OBU, it felt like home. I found new friends, we laughed together, studied together, and learned what it means to be a Bison. Amy. I got to know my professors and found out that they really care about me. I found my place at OBU.
Arkansas Tech University is more than an education. We are
the drive that pushes students to succeed.
The champion of programs designed for global impact.
The heart of a community that bleeds green and gold.
We are more than a university.
We are Arkansas Tech.
Rashad Lewis, we talked about him coming over from Mercer with Coach Aker a couple of seasons ago. See what kind of impact he makes out here on the court right now. 29-22 our score. Oklahoma Baptist has the lead on East Central. Cameron Talley back out on the floor for the Tigers as well.
Lewis, one of those players for Oklahoma Baptist. 4 players scoring in double figures. Lewis at 12.1, Sims at 12.4, and more points going in the basket for Oklahoma Baptist.
Kind of the point I was making a minute ago about Arnold. He probably could have driven in one more time. Well, Thompson's hit from outside, so they got to come out and guard him, and then he goes right around his defender for 2. And now here's Arnold going to go to the line. 6th foul on Oklahoma Baptist. That's going to be the first on Thompson. And yes, it is his first one because earlier they gave him a phantom foul. How about Tyler Arnold? First one to double figures for his team. He's got 10. He averages about 12 a game. And he's perfect there at the line.
Found a nice home here in Bartlesville. You know, Michael, meanwhile, for Oklahoma Baptist, up 7 points right now. The Bison with the 20 wins on the season. That's a big number for Oklahoma Baptist. It's the first time since the Division II era that Oklahoma Baptist has hit that 20-win mark. First time since 2012, 2013. And, Michael, prior to that, Oklahoma Baptist had 21 consecutive seasons with at least 20 wins.
Wow.
So this is a big mark for the program, and I think it says a lot for what Coach Aker means to the program.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a whistle up top. Away from the basketball over there, I think.
Stay with that point just a little bit longer. I think it is also reflective of, we talked about what Coach Havens means to East Central, how the culture changed when he came. It's the same thing here. I mean, there were lots of shifts in Shawnee when Coach Aker came around, and you see his mark, his footprint on the program even through 2 seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. That actually was on Lewis, his first foul. That was a 1-and-1 there. It's 2 high-energy coaches, that's for sure. I don't think you'll see him sit down. You haven't yet.
You're exactly right. And to watch the stress on their faces,
Shot clock winding down. Lewis. And East Central comes up with the rebound.
You would think both their families own much stock in Rolaids, Tums, Alka-Seltzer, you name it. You got to go through that stuff.
Inside, reverse layup, and that'll stay with East Central. Tyler Arnold played well for East Central in the win on December the 7th. He had 17 points in that game at the Kerr Activity Center in Ada. Cameron Talley led the way with 20 points. Talley's got 5 on 1 of 4 shooting so far in this one. Whoa. We got a foul there, and Trey Green just came into the game, comes up hobbling.
They're going to get him out. Try to walk this off, but it may take a little time on the bench. Just an awkward way to come down.
It's going to put an 86% free throw shooter back to the line in Arnold. He's 2 for 2 so far today. 8 team fouls on Oklahoma Baptist. See this again.
You know, Michael, it almost is as he stepped back up.
Yeah.
Those are some of the toughest injuries to watch when it's a non-contact. There was contact at first, but it looked like it happened after the fact.
Now Stoddard from the wing. The 3 will count. And we've got a foul on East Central that's going to keep the ball at the Bison end. Thompson hits his 3rd three-pointer. Stoddard was fouled. It's only the 5th foul on East Central. What a possession for Oklahoma Baptist here. They get 3 and the ball back, and now all of a sudden their lead has blossomed to double figures at 10. And they put the foul on Abu Bakar. Now an offensive foul.
They didn't take advantage of it, but you know this Bison team really has been on a roll. As you see the drive in right here, and a little push off there, that left arm, enough of the forearm shove. Oklahoma Baptist, we mentioned, won 6 straight, 8 of the last 9. The only loss coming to Southwestern at Weatherford back in early February. But it's a team that's using this momentum and peaking at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. Arnold throws it away. It was out of bounds off of Oklahoma Baptist.
You know, Michael, as they throw the inbound here, this is one of those things. You look at the way the teams are playing right now, and if you look at teams that you think can make a 3-game run in the conference tournament and get that automatic bid with the conference tournament championship, you have to look at Southern Nazarene, you have to look at Southeastern, you have to look at Henderson State. But I don't think that you can get past looking even at Oklahoma Baptist because of the way they're playing at this time of year.
Certainly, yeah. Yeah, and you know, flip side, you look at East Central. 3 of their last 5 games have been in overtime. They've lost all 3 of those games. Certainly a contrast to the way the 2 teams are coming in. Deshaun Lowry.
No doubt about that there. To the overtime point, too, Michael. 6 games in overtime for East Central. One of them double overtime, one of them triple overtime. They've played 9 overtime sessions. Michael, that's more than a full game.
Right. That's what I was thinking, too.
Coach Havens needs to get a little bit of stipend.
Well, and Kenny Morrison on the radio gets an extra game pay, doesn't he? Lowry's fouled. He's all fired up right now. So is the Oklahoma Baptist bench. Look at Lowry a moment ago, slamming it home. Under 4 media timeout with 3:34 remaining in the opening half. It's the largest lead of the game here for Oklahoma Baptist at 10. Let's head down to the other end of the court. Hayden Pretty, take it away.
All right, I'm down here with KJ LaShore from Arkansas Monticello. They're the 6th seed going into this tournament, and they play Henderson State right after this game. So, KJ, point guard to point guard. Do you like to score first or pass first?
I like really get my team involved first, and then, you know, in the essence of a game, you know, my scoring will come.
For sure. Okay, so you play Henderson after this game. What's your mindset right now? How are you getting ready?
Just focusing on the game plan that coaches put in for us, and just how to go out there and get the win.
So coach's game plan has worked twice so far. Knock on wood. I'm not trying to jinx you guys. But does that give you kind of an advantage going into this game, or it doesn't matter? All records are erased.
All records are really erased in the tournament. Anything can happen. You have to just go out there and play your best basketball in March.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Good luck next game.
KJ LaShore from Arkansas Monticello. His team has won 8 in a row. His school has won 8 in a row against Henderson. That game coming up. 2:15 start time approximately. Here it's a 10-point Oklahoma Baptist lead as we close down the first half, Joey.
I'm still amazed that UAM has that 8-game winning streak on Henderson State, especially the way the Reddies have been playing of late. To be able to take that to a 9-game streak today would be quite a feat. So I think we have a really good game ahead of us coming up right after this one.
I agree with you. What do the Tigers have to do to get back in this thing? They can't rely on Cameron Talley all game.
No, they can't.
And Arnold.
Well, besides the obvious, if they're going to have to get a couple more shots to fall, there have been some defensive lapses here in the first half. OBU has taken advantage of it, not only on the baseline, but in shifts and switching around. OBU has been able to take more advantage of the screens, and you have not seen the Tigers get over quickly enough coming off the screens and helping on the offside as well. So I think the defense is where East Central has to turn it up a notch to get back into it.
Did you see Coach Aker there a minute ago? I'm going to ask him if I can borrow that tie next year or find out where to buy one, because, hey, we want to provide a great broadcast over here and be neutral, but he's got every school color in that tie. I could just wear it on Sundays from now on.
Make a difference.
Yeah. Thompson to Lowry, they'll work it around. Hicklin from the corner, it's good. All the momentum with the Bison right now.
And you know what, to the point I made just a moment ago, I'm not sure that that's going to be able to do it, because the way Lowry's playing right now, he's demanding a double team on the inside. And East Central's having a hard time with the ball moving as quick as it is to get to that open Bison man.
Absolutely. Mid-range jumper, Jaron Jackson connects for the first time today. And he averages 10 points a game. Jackson out of Putnam City. He might be the guy that needs to get going for East Central. Offensive foul.
Going to get the moving screen there.
Savon Milton picking up his second personal.
You know what, you almost have to say that's a course hazard with the way they're playing right now. I mean, at the pace that the Bison are playing, you give up a foul like that. You keep working hard, keep setting those solid screens, and okay, we gave one up there, that's fine. Go down, play strong defense, and come back and do it again.
Coulter, hook shot. He made a layup with 7 seconds to go to send the game into overtime on the 15th of February. A game that Oklahoma Baptist would ultimately win 99-96. Shot clock issue there. It's still like running, so is the game clock.
Okay, it looked like he was pointing at Todd Miller, so I thought the Oklahoma Baptist, longtime stellar broadcaster for Oklahoma Baptist, had...
We're wondering if Todd Miller's going to get a sideline warning or something. Oh, it did seem like he was still looking over there.
What did right at him?
Maybe Todd pointed something out to him. Yeah, so we got 2 seconds off the shot clock there.
And Michael, I know we say this each year, but what about the quality of the broadcasters in the Great American Conference? On one side of us, Kenny Morrison, on the other side, Todd Miller, and so many great ones here in the GAC.
Yeah, and we just don't always have a lot of time to just sit back and relax and talk to those guys. And it is nice when they play the first game, because I had a great conversation with Kenny Morrison and Todd Miller before this one got going. Longtime veterans in the state of Oklahoma, high school and college. That baseline jumper doesn't go. It's Coulter with the offensive board, and he kicks it out. Now a wide open look for Jackson. Coulter again. One more time for Jackson. Third time's the charm.
And you know who should get the credit for all of that? Coulter on the
11.
Inside. That's exactly right. He kept that alive more than once.
Lewis inside to Deshaun Lowry. Double team got there too late. Too easy for Lowry.
Lowry cleared some space on Coulter on the inside before the pass came in. And it's tough on anyone in a black jersey right now trying to contain Lowry.
Jackson, he hits again from downtown. It's a 7-point game.
And that's how you do it. Trade the threes for twos if you have to give up that two on the inside, the way Jackson's hitting right now from the outside.
Final shot of the first half for Oklahoma Baptist. 10 seconds left. Lewis out of bounds. East Central basketball. Couple of subs here for the final possession for the Bison. Actually, both sides. Matt Garriga back in. 6.5 on the clock. There'll be plenty of time for Cameron Talley.
Trey Green's going to step back in. That's good to see him out on the court, even if it is 6.5 seconds.
Oklahoma Baptist is going to let Talley. Actually, they're going to go to Garriga instead. And Garriga has it poked loose. Now 1 second for Oklahoma Baptist.
I believe that would have counted.
Yeah. Neither side gets a clean possession in that final 30 seconds. It's halftime at the Bruin Fieldhouse, 43-36. Number 4 seed Oklahoma Baptist has the lead on 5 seed East Central at the break in our opening game today here on the GAC Sports Network.
My college journey allowed me to become a versatile musician, a well-rounded student, and a stronger person. My experience at Henderson State University is why I live ready.
You dream of a place where you're valued just as you are, figuring out your future on a safe campus with caring friends and faculty. You do you at SWASU, Weatherford and Sayre. Being a Bulldog means being you.
When you think about college, it's easy to think of intimidating things.
Like the large campus and classrooms, big books and big tests.
And the long journey you'll take to achieve your dream career.
But when you get here, you realize that it's not just about these things.
Instead, it's about the people.
The people who pushed us to succeed.
Those who struggled and achieved with us.
Believed in us.
It's about how we feel when we're on campus.
It's about finding our place.
It's about family. You may not always know exactly where you're going, but at SAU, it's about discovering yourself and living and learning with people who care about you.
It's about finding your home.
It's about being home.
This
is
home.
Hey, what you doing this for? Just out here for recreational purposes? No. Working, man.
Mission today is work hard until you can't go no more. It's always a team mission. Can't get nowhere without the team. It takes everybody. 1, 2, 3. Hey, you better be open. You better be open.
Man, listen. There's only one attitude that you gotta bring.
Let's go.
That you need to bring.
Work. I mean, we come out here every day to get better. If it was easy, everybody would do it, man. We work out on the street. You feel me? We the best in the nation. We outwork y'all. We outwork anybody. We always grinding, always getting better.
Every time I come through these lines, no matter what these lines at, work. Maximum effort.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-woo!
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Belonging isn't about fitting in. It's about feeling you can be yourself. You do you at SWASU. Quality academics, athletics, leadership, and more than 100 majors and clubs. Affordable, flexible, friendly.
Yeah, I've got choices.
I'm ready for my future.
Your future, your choice.
Back home, the world seems small. Here, it has expanded.
I've been challenged and have grown in knowledge and in spirit.
I've been part of something bigger, something special.
Surrounded and supported by new brothers and sisters who were once strangers.
And my sense of community and my role in it has grown too.
Harding University, a community of mission.
Sir.
I'll get it together. I promise.
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico?
I'd say happier than the Pillsbury Doughboy on his way to a baking convention.
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
In high school, people described me as bright,
hardworking, and dedicated.
That I had a big heart because I care about people and doing the right things.
Now, everywhere I look, I see an entire community just like that.
Learning more,
doing more,
and caring more.
A community of mission, Harding University.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Pay my bill.
Your account is already paid in full.
Oh, well, in that case, back to vacation mode. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and
Voice-enabled bill pay. Just a tap away on the Geico app.
Running outdoors, you got to take what nature gives you. We'd like to say we run when they don't. So we want to give you products to be able to run when you don't think you should run, when it's pouring rain outside, it's snowing. We're going to have products for you to get out there. You don't get better sitting on your butt not training. You got to get out there and run.
At Under Armour, it's always about premium textiles. They need to perform, they need to be the best. The merging of hybrid textiles with naturals and new seaming and bonding and super sleek, modern, fast, futuristic designs, that's where we are really going to turn it up a notch. If you look good and you feel good, you're going to perform better.
How to spot a boll weevil. Boll weevils are a fascinating species. They're known to travel in packs, are highly intelligent, and can thrive in any environment. Each and every boll weevil is unique, and they have unique opportunities. But they all share one common trait. Every boll weevil has a bright future awaiting wherever they go. And that's how you spot a boll weevil. Learn more at uamont.edu.
While studying chemistry, I learned so much about science, and even more about myself. The professors at our school are amazing. They made a difference in my life and prepared me to make a difference in the world. Thanks to Henderson State University, I live ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
GEICO would like to take a moment to say thank you to our military service members at home and abroad for all their hard work and sacrifice. We all sleep easier knowing you're out there keeping us safe. And on a personal note, I was really just needed to get that off my chest. Thank you.
Geico, proudly supporting the military for over 75 years.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself, the rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
The professors care and they go out of their way to make sure that you are going to succeed.
Hi, I'm Rolante. I'm a sophomore in Southeastern, and we help make this video.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University along your route.
Some folks think the O is a Q, and they say Quashita.
Hey, Ouachita. Ouachita.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
So how do you make it? How do you overcome the odds? There's Natasha's way. Be shy, focus on yourself, till they focus on you. Or Juana's way.
Why be one champ when I want to be two?
Be like Yusra. Let nothing
Syrian refugee pulls boat to safety.
destroy your dreams.
Screw fate.
Or maybe you beat doubt one step at a time, like Johnny. What about Zoe? Never satisfied. Not with trophies or stunts. Then there's Dennis. Work with what you got to get what you don't. Or you could be like me. Dream of pro football, get hurt, dream over. Find yourself with just $7 in your pocket. So how did I get here? By being the hardest worker in the room. How are you gonna get here?
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what is character, culture, and Christ? Last but certainly not least, in fact, I would put it first, and that is serving Christ. I like the fact that it's last because it does undergird everything that we do. Our responsibility, I believe, more than anything else, is to serve our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
A triangle solo? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Sam and Joanna saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
61% shooting from Oklahoma Baptist in the first half. They were red hot, 17 of 28 from the floor, led by 13 points from Brantley Thompson. Meanwhile, for East Central, trailing by 7 here at the break, they shot just 43%, but they shot the ball well from downtown. 5 of 11, good for 45%, and they've been able to hang around because of that. Very close to the first 10 minutes or so, and then Oklahoma Baptist kind of started to pull away a little bit, but still here we are at a very close game.
You know,
It's one of those things, and I actually heard someone during the half say it doesn't feel like it's been a 10-point game as it has been for most of the latter part of the first half. Again, 7 points right now. Part of the reason for that is there are some similarities in the stats. You have one team with a 13-point player in Tyler Arnold and Jackson with 8 points. Oklahoma Baptist has a 13-point player in Brantley Thompson, and Lowry has 8 points. Lowry with 8 boards, Bishop Coulter with 8 boards. There are a lot of similarities on through there. I think one of the big differences, though, is Oklahoma Baptist has just moved the ball better. 9 assists, just 4 assists for East Central, and 4 of those assists coming from Rashad Lewis. They've moved the ball better. They've made made East Central have to make adjustments on defense, and they haven't quite caught up yet for the most part.
The Bison had even a 13-point lead at one time. That's their largest lead of the game. How about the points in the paint? That has been a thing that both teams have really been trying to accomplish, getting those points inside. 20 for Oklahoma Baptist of their 43.
Yeah, a lot of that coming by way of Deshaun Lowry. Of course, he has the 8 points, but all of them coming in the lane and coming with authority.
Michael Westbrook along with Joey McWilliams at halftime from the Bruin Fieldhouse. Let's head upstairs this time to Hayden Pretty.
Thanks, guys. So I'm up here with, like you guys said, there's a couple of the elementary schools that are cheering for OBU and ECU. I'm currently with the school that is cheering for OBU. So do you guys think the Bison are going to win? Yeah! So? Okay, well, the camera's down there. Everybody wave at the camera. And then on the count of 3, you guys give your loudest yell for the Bison, okay? 1, 2, 3. I think they're pretty pumped for the Bison, but I'll send it back to you guys.
Thanks for pulling that microphone away a little bit there. They were loud enough. We've been talking about the kids throughout the tournament already. It's what a great thing. Get out of school.
I love it.
Watch a basketball game.
I love it.
Future basketball stars, future broadcasters, administrators, whatever, who knows. They're all in the arena here today with us.
When you get to be a part of it, you get to be a part of the action. I mean, the memories that are made are just so cool. So I think that's such a fantastic idea. Such a great thing for the Bartlesville Public Schools.
Absolutely. So we are starting the second half here, 43-36, Oklahoma Baptist with the lead. East Central has the basketball first. And we'll get you those 5 on the floor for the Tigers. Some contact there as Zach Neely falls down without a foul call. Jackson, Talley, Brown, Arnold, and Neely are the 5 on the floor for the East Central Tigers.
Michael, I'm totally fine with the no call there. I mean, he was going down anyway. It was just an awkward play.
Ball knocked away by East Central's Jackson. Mary Margaret Miller over there with a hand on the basketball.
Millers are being involved in this game today.
They sure are. Todd Miller's wife. So the 5 for Oklahoma Baptist, it's Sims, Thompson, Lowry, Stoddard, and Lewis.
And that was Neely, and it really was all he could do. I thought it might have even been a traveling violation. It was just Neely trying to stop the easy path to the basket.
And I just did not really notice that stat, Joey, that Oklahoma Baptist shot 61% in the first half. That really shocked me when I saw that at halftime. They had some really good looks inside, and there's one that Lowry would love to have back because he made those in the first half.
Exactly, those point-blank shots, high percentage shots they call them, and there's a reason for that.
The Essentials, Arnold continues his hot streak. 15 for Arnold now on 5 of 8 shooting and a perfect 4 of 4 at the free throw line.
And a quick ticky-tack foul going against Talley right there.
That's just his first personal foul, second team foul against East Central here in the second half. Quite an array of moves that time for Sims. It's 5-on-4 for a moment here. Talley into the corner to Jackson. Just wouldn't go. Lewis the rebound.
Well, that 61% shooting has gone by the wayside for Oklahoma Baptist in the second half.
Stoddard misses. Traveling violation there.
Yep.
Jackson came down with it. He's having a conversation with the official over that one. There's Coach Aker in that tie I was talking about. Stripped inside. East Central with the takeaway. Good hands from Neely.
Well, just really some unproductive trips now. 0 for 3 for Oklahoma Baptist.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's getting a little stare down on his way back as well. Jackson. What a move. Yeah, the percentage dropped down to 55 now all of a sudden for Oklahoma Baptist. Started cold here in the second half. 3-point game. Lewis tries to change that. He can't do so. And a foul on Oklahoma Baptist.
You know, contact right in there, going up strong for the basket. That foul, by the way, that's going to be number 4 against Stoddard.
Wow. Well, we mentioned earlier, their last regular season game, a lot of foul trouble for Oklahoma Baptist. The two teams combined not only for 54 fouls, 54 free throws in the game.
I don't know if we're headed that way or not. I wouldn't be surprised.
Only 4 of 5 from Oklahoma Baptist at the line so far. Talley, quick trigger, and a rebound from Oklahoma Baptist. Now Lewis pushes the issue. Great move.
He did. Those 4 assists in the first half to go along just 2 points. He's putting some points on the board here in the second half. And for Oklahoma Baptist, the Bison needed that.
5-point advantage now. Talley. Cameron Talley. Not too many in the league that can shoot it quicker than Cameron Talley, and he is now into double figures with 10 to join his teammate Jackson with 10. Arnold, the leader on their club, with 15. Lewis inside. Abu Bakar. Missed that one short. Rebound by Jalen Brown. Wow. Jackson. That's one of those in transition. The coach is saying, no, yes, after it goes in.
It's a 9-2 run now for East Central, and this one's knotted up.
All tied at 45. A whistle with a foul underneath. That goes against Neely. That's his third. It's on him. So Zach Neely in foul trouble with 3, and that's going to send Bishop Coulter off the bench to come back in. Trey Green back on the floor for Oklahoma Baptist.
Stoddard is coming back in.
They'll have to play through some foul trouble. The ball is loose. Arnold keeps it himself and can't finish. A lot of contact there. They let him play through it. Sims up and under.
It's an interesting decision, of course, putting Stoddard back out there, but Coach Aker needed to get some lineup in there to have a little bit more offensive production.
The inside 16 timeout here. First timeout of the second half, 47-45. Oklahoma Baptist by 2. We're back in a moment here from the Bruin Fieldhouse.
When we were looking for a roommate, he wanted someone super quiet.
Yeah, and he wanted someone to help out with chores, so we got Jean-Pierre.
But one thing we could both agree on was getting Geico to help with renter's insurance.
Yeah, Geico did make it easy to switch and save. Oh no, there's a wall there now? That's too bad.
Visit geico.com and see how easy saving on renter's insurance can be.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
15:53 to play in the second half. It's a 2-point game, 47-45. Oklahoma Baptist, the 4 seed, in a close one with East Central, the 5 seed. Well, we don't always get that close 4-5 matchup like what we hope for. Everybody says, well, it's got to be the closest matchup. We've had some blowouts in the 4-5.
Exactly.
Looks like this one's going to be pretty tight.
And Michael, you look at the lineup that is now on the court for Oklahoma Baptist. 4 of the top 5 scorers on the team are on the court right now.
Close shot range, misses inside, and Coulter has the rebound.
And Abubakar, not one of those top 5. He's the one that got the ball on the inside. The lid's still on.
East Central, the highest scoring team in the league. In fact, they're 19th in the nation. Strong drive on the inside, but the shot won't fall. East Central averaging 87 points a game. Lewis off the screen, inside, Abubakar got it. What a play.
And that was the thought that they wanted the last trip down the court. This time it was just executed beautifully, and Abubakar able to finish.
And that was one thing, talking with a couple of the East Central folks before the game, they said they got to stop that high pick and roll. Now Talley picks up his dribble. 10 to shoot for the Tigers, out to Brown. Got to hurry, down to 6. Brown spinning, has his shot rejected.
That was a dangerous play for Stoddard. Good job at the block.
Lewis inside to Stoddard. The Bison stampede back, 51-45, and a timeout from the Tigers with 14:19 to play. Back in a moment.
Oh, great presentation, Tim. Could you email me the part about Geico, making it easy to switch and save hundreds?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You don't know my name, do you?
Of course I know your name. I just get you mixed up with the other guy. What's his name? What's your name?
Switch to Geico. You could save 15% or more on car insurance.
Could you just tell me? I want this to be over.
Back home, the world seems small. Here, it has expanded.
I've been challenged and have grown in knowledge and in spirit.
I've been part of something bigger, something special.
Surrounded and supported by new brothers and sisters who were once strangers.
And my sense of community and my role in it has grown too.
Harding University, a community of mission.
51-45, Oklahoma Baptist with the lead on East Central. 6-0 run for the Bison after we were tied at 45.
Coach Haven had to make some adjustments there, that timeout, if nothing else, to slow things down. You know, you talk about East Central being a high-scoring team. We're seeing some production in the league as a whole right now, but even to the East Central point, it's at 19th in the country in scoring, leading the GAC in scoring. All 12 players for East Central that have seen action this year have scored, have at least one rebound, and have at least one assist.
Oh, wow.
They've all, you know, put together some stats with their time on the court.
Well, Talley, who averages 21 a game to lead his team, strikes there. 12 for Cameron Talley now. Miss there from Oklahoma Baptist, and that's going to go out of bounds behind Jalen Brown.
Michael, it's not just East Central. It's a part of what the league is itself right now. We've been talking about what the GAC is and the strength of the league at this point in time. Well, a big reason for that are some of the players that are in the league at this point in time. You look at the point production from these players, the top 5 players in scoring in GAC history, 4 of them are in the tournament right now.
And they all started their careers at their respective school in 2016. Sims hits a 3. He's in double figures. Back the other way real quick here. Jackson says, I think I'll take 3 myself. Yeah, you know, we've already obviously documented Jonathan Dunn and Kevin Buckingham and what they have done. And Dunn, and 2,000-point scorer. He was the first one there. Buckingham joined him in that exclusive club yesterday. And then it's Cameron Talley next, who we've already talked about. He needs 67 points to reach that mark.
He has 12 right now, so he's at 1950.
Miss from downtown.
Excuse me, 1945.
In fact, we've already mentioned this young man as well. He's not so young, not a young man anymore, I guess. He's getting older. Braxton Reeves, who finished his career with East Central in 17. He had more than 1,700 career points. And then the other one that you were alluding to that's playing in the tournament now, Micah Spates, is 5th in the league. Entered the tournament with over 1,600, 1,661, and quick math would tell you that he now has 1,685.
Quick math with Michael Westbrook.
Thank you, yes. Now, he could pass Braxton Reeves.
He could.
I'm not going to do that math. I'll let you figure that one out real quick. 37?
Yeah.
There we go. All right. That was pretty quick.
We're all about this, man.
But, yeah, I think we're really, we're seeing some pretty good defenses, too, if you really think about it. I mean, you're talking about a guy in Micah Spate who's 5th all-time in scoring, who's also been named the Defensive Player of the Year. But just some really good scorers right now.
And whoa, that's a pass to the bench there. Somebody zigged when they were supposed to have zagged, but that is where the league is right now. And it's one of those things, too, that you look at these numbers and how high up the list. It's not a league that's in its 2nd year or its 3rd year.
Right.
It's a league now in its 9th year, and I realize it's still less than a decade old, but the records that are being written and rewritten now have even that much more longevity to them.
Yep. You got Lowry back in the game. You got Stoddard out there with 4 fouls. We're inside 12 to play now. A 4-point Oklahoma Baptist game. Lowry has it taken from him. See Caleb Williams on the floor for East Central. Not called his name much in this one. Talley, jump stop, out to Williams, who is open. Stoddard will clear that. Cameron Talley, the last remaining player on the East Central roster who was a part of the championship team in 2017. His freshman season. 3-ball, Hicklin, good.
He played with some solid players back then.
Yeah.
That 17 East Central team was pretty tough.
Henry Pono, that's another one. I was looking for the big man. Couldn't remember his name. That was it. Team Akers on the floor, too.
I don't know. I think that goes back a little further in East Central.
Okay, it might. Yeah.
I want to say on that team, obviously more. He played strong on the inside. He was not one of the biggest players on those teams because, those East Central big men were big back then. I think that may have been Ishmael Donzo.
Oh, there you go. There's another one. Yeah. We'll look up the roster here in a moment. We'll tell you all about it. 10:59 to play, 7-point game. Oklahoma Baptist still leading here in the second half.
If you're looking at being a student athlete at Ouachita Baptist University, what a great place to do it.
I love Ouachita because it's such a fun atmosphere. The games, the classroom, everything's exciting.
We have great facilities. We have a great administration that really cares about our student athletes.
They make it a point, to support athletics just as much as they do anything else.
Our student body supports our athletic program.
It's a home away from home. There's weekends that I could go home, but I stay here to hang out with my buddies.
At Ouachita Baptist University, we want every student athlete to be the total person.
My coaches care about me as a person as much as they care about me as an athlete.
The mental, the physical, the spiritual.
Here at Ouachita, they will find a way, to get what you need in order to succeed. They care about, your success and your future.
Learning who you are, who you can become, and what Ouachita can do for you in the process.
Sports in college has helped me gain dedication and commitment, a drive to really succeed, and that's irreplaceable.
Officials checking to see if one of the baskets was a 2 or a 3 a little bit earlier. 57-50 Oklahoma Baptist with 10:59 to play in the second half. This is still certainly within striking distance for East Central. You're just a couple of possessions away from having this game tied up or to take the lead. But yet you feel like Oklahoma Baptist has kind of got their shooting back on track. They're back up to 55% now. It's going to take some stops down the stretch.
They had to get one to fall. The official let us know that is what is being reviewed, whether it was a 2 or a 3, and he has given us the signal it is a 3.
All right.
Meanwhile,
are we good here at 57-50?
Oklahoma Baptist just really needed to get the lid off that basket to get things started in the second half, and they finally have some momentum. Stoddard coming back out on the court with those 4 fouls. That was a big decision on the part of Coach Aker to get him out there, and he has made a difference.
Yeah.
Kind of get the feeling he might be playing on borrowed time, but borrow all you can. This is the conference tournament.
Absolutely. 17 from Tyler Arnold. Perfect 6 of 6 at the free throw line. All right, we did a little research. Henry Pono was not on that championship team in 17. I'm still convinced he was the guy that had 2 senior years.
No, I think you're right.
But I think he was out of there in 15 or 16.
And it was Ishmael Donzo.
There we go.
There's the big man on the inside there, and a few other players also played on that team as well.
I'll ask you for the 2013 roster here in a little while. I don't think I can go back that far. Williams gets in the paint. Nice little jumper from Caleb Williams, his first 2 points today.
Well, but you have to think, though, even the 2013 roster, that was a team that did not make the conference tournament.
That's right. Yep.
Pono was part of the program, part of staying with the program and building it up.
Yep.
So.
Lowry was going to take that all the way to the rim on the dribble there. Decided not to. Oklahoma Baptist needs to make a move here. They got 6 on the shot clock. Sims now with 4. Right to Coulter. He takes that one away. And now Williams tries to go past 2 defenders. Not going to happen. Shot rejected. No look pass to Stoddard. He wasn't quite ready for it. Pretty good pass there from Lowry.
I don't think anyone was ready for that. Lowry knew, but nobody else did.
I don't think anybody was ready for Lowry to be dribbling the ball down the court. Jakeem Akers. Akers averages about 11 minutes a game, called into duty here in this one. Got several subs ready to come in, and they'll be able to do so here. Lowry gets caught in the air and fouls Arnold.
That was an easy call.
See this again, pump fake from Arnold. He's going to go back to the line. He's 6 of 6 there today. 9:03 to play, 5-point game. 20-8 the record for Oklahoma Baptist. The first miss at the line for Arnold. Here come all the subs. Josh Apple is back in. Jaron Jackson back in. 2 Tiger subs. Stoddard, Lowry, Lewis going to take a seat for Oklahoma Baptist. Trey Green back in. Abu Bakar is in, and Brantley Thompson returns. Arnold misses both. Those could have been big right there. All the way to the rim that time for Sims, or excuse me, Hicklin. Over the back foul on Oklahoma Baptist. 5 fouls on the Bison.
And how many things could go wrong there in that one trip? And it actually started off with maybe a traveling violation that wasn't called, so you may have gotten away with one to begin with. And just going to have to step up on defense here now and see if they can stop the Tigers from getting any closer.
Williams circles around. Whoa, everybody's okay. Arnold will go back to the line.
He's going to have to take care of business once he gets there. Empty trip that last time did get a foul out of Lowry in the process, but you can't have the empty trips when you're trailing by 5. Albeit it has been pretty productive for East Central here in the second half.
Albeit it has. Sure has. Arnold makes good there. Big hello to Josh Collins, who is listening in. We usually have him 2 seats over from us here on Press Row, and we miss him this year. He is tending to things back in Weatherford. He normally helps with the stats in the video here. 3 from Hicklin. He now has 11. Six-point game, haven't heard from Talley in a while. He's going to be fouled up top. Sims is called for the foul. And that is his 3rd personal. Coach Haven still coaching at this point. He's barking out some instructions there.
Well, and it's not as much this end of the court now. What helped East Central when the second half got underway was some pretty good defense to get things going to start the second half. And 12 minutes in, and I know it's easy for me to say that sitting on the sideline over here, but some of that intensity has waned just a bit. They could use a timeout. I know immediate timeout's on the way. They could use that timeout, regroup just a little bit, and get a good defensive stand here.
Well, this is a big possession. I know we got a long way to go, but this is the closest East Central's been in a while. Can Oklahoma Baptist pull ahead even more? Sims, some contact, no foul. Arnold recovers the basketball, and they're on the move. Back into the hands of Talley. And that was poked free from him. Now Jackson shovels it in underneath. Couldn't handle it. Bison will slow down for a minute here. Now inside to Stoddard, and no shot. We'll call the foul on Arnold. And this should bring us to our under 8 immediate timeout with 7:13 to play. It's still Oklahoma Baptist right now. They lead East Central by 4. Let's head over to the 3rd member of our crew. Here's Hayden Pretty.
Okay, guys, I'm down here with Adam Dworsky, point guard for Southeastern Men. One thing that I just want to point out, you have 242 assists coming into this tournament. I'm sure more after yesterday's game. That's incredible. So is that a tribute to your passing abilities or your teammates' shooting abilities?
I'd like to say it's a tribute to my passing ability, but I'll give the credit to my teammates. It just helps having 5 guys that can make shots at all times. So when I'm driving into the paint, if help comes, I can kick it out and they're going to knock it down.
So are you a pass first or shoot first type of player?
I'm typically a pass-first type of player. My coaches are always telling me I need to be aggressive so that I can open up my teammates, but I like to get my teammates involved.
Well, second leading scorer on the team, I'd say you're doing a pretty good job. But, so tomorrow, you guys either have the winner of Henderson and Monticello. Is there a team you'd rather play, or you're just preparing for both? Either way, it doesn't matter.
At this point, you got to kind of prepare for both, especially when you get to Saturday in Bartlesville. Every team you're going to play is going to be good, so we just got to prepare, do what we do, and either team that we play is going to be a battle, but I think we'll be ready for them.
Well, congrats on making it to Saturday, and good luck tomorrow. Bye.
All right, thanks, Hayden. 62-58 our score here with 7:13 to play. The first of 4 games today on the GAC Sports Network. We'll have the other men's quarterfinal game coming up next. 3-seed Henderson against 6-seed Arkansas Monticello. And then the 2 games later on will be the 2, well, I was going to say night games. It'll be more like evening and night. Will be the 2 women's games in the quarterfinals. Although sitting here all day, I don't ever know if it's day or night most of the time. Thompson in the paint, had it knocked away by Williams. Oklahoma Baptist recovers it. Hicklin going to take it himself. Looks good the whole way.
You have to give a lot of credit to Hicklin. That's just a quality shot with the hand in his face. Looked like the East Central defense was going to hang tough. And it was a good shot.
He's 5 of 8 from the floor. Now another 3. This time it's Sims getting in the action. It was Hicklin who really saved Oklahoma Baptist when they played East Central last time. He had 20 points. He has stepped up and played big in this one. Sims also had 19, and they have the last 6 as Oklahoma Baptist has extended their lead back to double figures.
As a student athlete, I've been challenged both in the classroom and on the field. Between the education that I've received and the relationships that I've built, my time at Henderson State University has prepared me to live ready.
Southern Arkansas University feels like home and is dedicated to student achievement and developing a caring atmosphere both on campus and online. With more than 80 degrees in 4 distinct colleges and the School of Graduate Studies, SAU initiates new degree programs to fit the needs of career and professional trends of today.
68-58, Oklahoma Baptist by 10 after back-to-back threes from Hicklin and Sims. East Central trying to get a 3 themselves. We'll stay with the Tigers here.
And Michael, after those back-to-back threes you mentioned, you saw just a little bit of emotion from the East Central players, and shoulders dropped just a little bit after that second three-pointer especially went in. And you have to wonder at this point in the game, because of where they are in the season right now, if you're looking at it and just going, here we go again.
Yep.
A team that has had a good season, another good year this year, good enough for 5th in the conference, and yet having lost 6 of its last 7 games, that is a feeling that can creep up on you.
Well, and they had an 11-point lead against Oklahoma Baptist as well. That kind of was in the middle of that losing streak. That was February 15th. How about that?
And when it's going right, sometimes everything goes right. Thompson that time.
Thompson has 15. And we got a foul inside. It's going to send Zach Neely to the free throw line. Is that 4? That's 4 on Lowry.
You have a couple of players for East Central on the edge with fouls, and 2 of them on the court right now in Lowry and Stoddard.
Well, Lowry's going to get a bit of a break.
By the way, don't forget Neely has 4 fouls for East Central as well.
You know, it's such a hard road if you're in this situation here playing on Friday, because the team you're going to face played on Thursday. They get that 1 extra day to rest. If you don't finish 1st or 2nd, 7th or 8th, you got to play 3 straight days, and so Oklahoma Baptist might need to consider resting a few guys. Well, Stoddard's going to get some rest, not what he wanted. He fouls out of the game.
You know, and that's one of those, and I know that he'd probably look back on a couple of the earlier ones and say that may or may not have been a foul he may have disagreed with. That's the kind of foul you don't want to pick up, because it's just a missed shot, and then you're going in, and you knew when it came off your hands where the rebound was coming. I mean, you shoot her like that, you know it's going to come up a little bit short, and you go up and over. It's a tough one to pick up as foul number 5, but Stoddard's had a productive afternoon.
Played 26 minutes. He was 3 of 5 from the floor.
It's not bad. You have to think that he did well. 4 rebounds to go with those 6 points.
I had him with 8. The only discrepancy Doug and I have had in 9 years. So I'll go with Doug. I will default back to Doug.
Well, and hey, let me tell you one other thing, and I know these are statistics that, I don't know, I think there sometimes can be somewhat subjective, but the plus-minus, that plus-minus statistic as to what a team is doing when you are on the court.
Yeah, right.
And of all the players for Oklahoma Baptist team, Stoddard has a plus 13. That's the highest of anyone on his team, which means when he's been out there today, good things have been happening for the Bison.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, he sits down with those 5 fouls, but he's had a positive impact on his team.
Abubakar makes it a 10-point lead again. We're really getting down to it here as we'll hit 5 minutes to play in the second half. And the defense has even become more intense for Oklahoma Baptist now. Out to Talley, who is open. And a rebound inside, we got a foul. It's going to send Neely to the line. Tenth team foul, two-shot situation here. Sims picks up his fourth personal foul.
Talley has 14 on the afternoon on the strength of just 4 of 10 shooting. Not on the pace for 67 today.
You know, I think this also speaks to the depth that Coach Aker has to work with. It's not often you see a team with all this foul trouble actually winning the game. Typically, that's going to be the big detriment. You're going to have guys on the bench, and you need those scorers out there, but his team has maintained essentially a double-digit lead here in the second half.
And he's playing with players right now, of course, one with 5 fouls, 2 more with 4. Nobody on the court right now in any kind of foul trouble, and you don't feel like there's any kind of letdown, like you mentioned.
Oklahoma Baptist using a little bit of clock now. Shot clock is down to 7. It's going to be Hicklin on a 3. It wouldn't go. And it's going to stay with Oklahoma Baptist. Good effort underneath by Thompson. Off of Talley. Sean Lowry will step back out on the court.
Got an effort by Talley as well just to stay with this. He's leaving it all on the court today.
Jackson had it for a moment. Oklahoma Baptist got lucky there. Into the corner. Good. A 3 for Trey Green. An 11-point lead now for Oklahoma Baptist. Talley's fouled. It's going to go on Lewis. His teammates don't like it. He doesn't either. Second foul on Lewis, and 2 shots for Talley.
It's been a steady stream of substitutes now. Yep. Coach Aker as well as Lowry's come back in.
Jalen Brown back in for East Central. Arnold will take a seat. Sims is back in. He replaces Hicklin for Oklahoma Baptist. So Oklahoma Baptist 4 minutes, 9 seconds away from beating East Central for the second time in the last 2 years in the quarterfinals. And attempting to advance to the semifinals again. Of course, that's last year they met up with Southeastern. Missed the tournament the year before. 5 fouls here as well for East Central's Zach Neely.
Good effort today for Neely. The Ada native with 8 points. He earned it at the free throw line. They're just 1 for 3 from the field, 6 for 6 from the free throw line.
Last year's semifinals, Southern Nazarene and Henderson, Southeastern and Oklahoma Baptist. We could be looking at those same 4 teams in the semifinals tomorrow. Of course, we got Henderson and Monticello later on.
If those are the 4 teams, it'll be a little bit different matchup.
Right, yeah. Also, last year, Henderson was a 5 seed. If that holds this year, it would be 1 through 4 that advance. Inside 4 remaining now. Here's Jackson. Stripped from the free throw line there by Lewis. And Lewis is going to be called for his 3rd foul. And our final media timeout hits at 3:48 to play. Oklahoma Baptist just a little bit left here, up by 11 on the GAC Sports Network. 3:48 remaining. It's 77-66, Oklahoma Baptist. We always talk about the regional rankings this time of year, and that is certainly important to a lot of teams in the men's bracket. Oklahoma Baptist enters the last regional rankings in 8th place. Henderson at 9. We've got Southern Nazarene at 2 and Southeastern at 3. Everybody chasing Northwest Missouri, 25-1 overall record, defending national champions. It's pretty tough when that's in your region.
We're going to be chasing Northwest Missouri into the regional, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now, once you get there, anything can happen. You kind of hope, though, and if for all the GAC teams that make it in, and there should be a good number that do. You hope if Northwest Missouri is that 1 seed, you may get a 2 seed, 3 seed, 6 seed, 7 seed, something to not face the Bearcats in that opening round.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even the second round. If you wait till a regional final and take someone down on what would be their home court at that point in time. This is all under the assumption that the regional is going through Maryville, Missouri.
Right.
But
that goes for Jackson, 18 points. Full set of rankings, Northern State at 4, Rogers State at 5, Missouri Southern at 6, Minnesota Duluth 7, Sioux Falls at 10.
We don't expect Sioux Falls to advance because Northern State's already won the Northern Sun Tournament. Possibly that Northern State could move into a 3 spot. That remains to be seen. Depends on how the teams above, which are Southeastern and Southern Nazarene, fare here this weekend.
How about that drive from Brantley Thompson in a spot where you'd think Oklahoma Baptist might want to take a little time off the clock. Nope, he went right at him for 2.
Exactly.
Now Arnold the Coulter from the baseline, short. Well, and you'd think Southeastern and Southern Nazarene make it to the championship. Well, toss up, whoever wins, they probably stay the same spot in the regional rankings. But it does get a little interesting with Oklahoma Baptist, Henderson there at the bottom. If Henderson could win the whole tournament, they're obviously in, probably jump up to 8. Could Oklahoma Baptist stay in there, move to 7? I don't know. But it certainly seems possible we'll have 3 teams in. We'll talk more about that. 9-point game right now with 3:03 remaining here on the GAC Sports Network.
When you think about college, it's easy to think of intimidating things.
Like the large campus and classrooms, big books, and big tests. But when you get here, you realize that it's not just about these things.
It's about the people.
The people who pushed us to succeed.
Those who struggled and achieved with us.
It's about finding our place.
And living and learning with people who care about you.
This is home.
3:03 to play. Oklahoma Baptist leads by 9. We'll see some full court press from East Central, and Talley almost had a steal there. He was out of bounds. Talked a lot about the men's bracket. One more quarterfinal coming up. Henderson and Monticello, 2:15 start time. A 3-6 matchup. Yep.
I think we're on pace for it right now.
Well, unless we hit that triple overtime game.
You know what?
Yes. Go ahead.
I don't think it's going to happen in this one. OBU has done its part. And to go back to what you were saying before the break, I'm not even going to acknowledge that. Well,
Caleb Williams with a 3.
Before the break, the biggest thing for Oklahoma Baptist is to win today.
Yes, yes.
And you realize, there's a little more than 2 minutes remaining, and East Central with a fantastic job on defense, staying with it.
Hope everybody's okay after that collision. Hard fall for Caleb Williams.
You get the ball back. You go to the free throw line. You get points putting on the board here, or an opportunity for points to be put on the board here with no time off the clock. This Tigers team's not done yet.
Williams, a junior, with the free throw there. Well, I said it early in the broadcast. Both of the regular season matchups were in the 80-90 point range. We're going to get to we already got one in the 80s. East Central might get into the 80s as well. Certainly producing some offense here in this one. We got a foul. Caleb Williams will be called for the foul on Lewis.
The Bison have to hit free throws here, and it's big. Both teams, of course, into the bonus, and now final 1-and-1 opportunity for Oklahoma Baptist. It'll be double bonus from here on out.
Eight-point game. Lewis is 2 for 2 there, and we're down to 2 minutes remaining in the second half. Arnold, who's had a productive day with 19 points. And it's going to be Arnold. We got a blocking foul underneath.
That's going to go on Lowry.
Lowry's just fouled out. That's 5 on Deshaun Lowry. 10 points for Lowry on 4 of 7 shooting. He had 6 rebounds in 23 minutes of play.
Michael, and again, not ruling out an extra session here. That would be the last thing that Oklahoma Baptist would want at this point in time now, with 2 key players on the bench with 5 fouls.
Yeah.
Now East Central has lost Neely as well. That would be a war of attrition.
Yeah. Stoddard fouled out earlier. Great day from Tyler Arnold, 21 points. Full court press again from East Central. 6-point game. Watch out here. Into the stands. Thank you.
Nice catch.
I thought I was going to catch it
at
first, but assistant coach for Southeastern got it 3 rows up there. That went way up there.
Shout out to Ryan Quinn.
Yes, there he is, Coach Kelly Green.
He can relax a little bit today. That's about as relaxed as Coach Green looks.
Listen, new rule. You catch a ball 3 rows into the stands, you get on TV. That's the new rule. Yes, they look a little bit relaxed today.
Well, quarterfinal game in the books.
In fairness, you've been around Coach Green quite a bit. Sometimes he looks pretty relaxed over there on that bench.
Yes, but he had a smile then.
Yeah. Abubakar is going to be called for the foul. And that is his 3rd personal. Sends Tally to the line.
And again, an opportunity to put points on the board with no time coming off the clock. Don't forget, game 2 will start 30 minutes after the floor is cleared. So we're pushing back from that 2:15 tentative start time now.
A couple of free throws there for Tally. Got an official review, it appears. And ask both teams to go to the bench. Uncertain right now what this one's about. Let's take a look at the last play.
We're looking again at a block charge. That may have changed. We'll see what's happening here.
There you heard it from the official. They cannot review that play, and so the call will stand on the block charge call. And at 85-79 with 1:38 to go, Oklahoma Baptist with the lead and inbounding. 1,951 points for Cameron Talley. We'll see if he gets one or two more looks before this one's over. Foul's going to be on Arnold. Three fouls on Arnold now. And it'll send Hicklin to the free throw line, a 79% free throw shooter. He has put together a good day. 2 of 2 at the line, make it 3 of 3. And he has 19.
They're going to have to make those because any missed free throws from this point on, East Central, you can just clear your bench and use every foul you have. Just stop the play and go back and make free throws on the other end because the Tigers have been successful here in the latter portion of this game from the free throw line themselves. East Central, 31 of 37 from the free throw line. Oklahoma Baptist, 14 of 15. That's combined 52.
I was just about to say, we're up by the way. Yep. Putback goes for Caleb Williams, but the free throw percentages, look at this. 84 basically for East Central and 93% for Oklahoma Baptist. Timeout on the floor with 1:21 to play. It's a 6-point game. Oklahoma Baptist trying to hold on and advance to the semifinals.
I mean, if you haven't thought about switching to Geico, frankly, you're missing out. The mobile app makes it easy to manage your policy, even way out here.
Your marshmallows.
Get digital ID cards, emergency roadside service, even follow. Whoa. Oops. That cheeky little thing got away from me. My bad.
Geico. It's easy to manage your policy whenever, wherever.
Can I trouble you for another marshmallow?
No, you do not need to adjust your screen. That is not the basketball court. That's the whiteboard with the court on it.
Those are the coolest.
They are.
Coolest dry erase boards.
I like those. 87-81, Oklahoma Baptist by 6, 1:21 to go.
Yeah, I mean, I've used the back of clipboards and pieces of copy paper and programs and everything else. Man, you draw up the play on whatever you can draw up the play, but when you have something nice like that, that's pretty sweet.
I like it. Bison have been in control essentially this entire second half. It's been close. Lewis gets the ball across the half-court line. And Coach Haven says one stop. He's telling them not to foul, just get one stop. Williams is guarding Lewis. We have 1 minute to play. The shot clock's at 9. Here's Lewis with 5. To Sims, 3 to shoot. Sims will fire, and they get the one stop. East Central, 45 seconds left. They're going to go for the 3. Williams can't hit it. Abubakar the rebound, and he's fouled.
Well, to the credit of the Tigers, they got the stop that they needed, the one they wanted. Was that necessarily the shot they wanted? There was a bit of an opening. Momentum, and you know, in taking that shot too, I like the way the shot was taken in stride and leaning in toward the basket, not the pull up, fall away, not something crazy. I mean, that is a shot that you want to take.
Points back the other way for Oklahoma Baptist.
And it's into what it is a 3-possession game at this point.
1 of 2, Tally the rebound.
By the way, Central has no more timeouts.
You want to get the ball to Tally here, I would think. He's going to take the long 3. Looks good, it is. That's 20 for Cameron Tally. It's a 4-point game. Missed free throw is big down here. Lewis is going to go to the line, 31.1 to play.
Free throw percentage that was so good for Oklahoma Baptist and still is so good at 88%. But the one that was missed was big. Let's see if the Bison could put in 2 here.
Certainly East Central fighting on with everything they have here. So Oklahoma Baptist tries to go on to victory. 89-84.
Fans of both those schools cheering you on now, Michael.
Thank you.
Huge free throws.
Yes, 6-point game.
Line tally again.
Yep, there he is. Doesn't get that one to go. And almost had a steal. East Central trying to get a foul in there. They can't get one. Finally, there it is on Lewis. Foul's on Garriga. Well, 14.7 now. Free throw make here would certainly do it, you would think.
Now back to a 3-possession game at this point. It would be pretty tough to overcome.
And there it is for Lewis.
Well, you mentioned Talley was the last remaining member of the team in 2017 under Coach Haven that won the GAC Tournament Championship. So a new era will be coming into play at East Central.
Jalen Brown, Bishop Coulter, both seniors along with Talley. They do get a bucket there. And Zach Neely also a senior. 8 seconds left, and they're going to call a foul and one. That's going to do it. Savon Milton will end this one with 5.7 to play. A 5-point lead, plus the 2 is going to go up to 7 now. One more shot for East Central, 4 seconds left. Jackson to the three-point line at the buzzer. He hits. And Oklahoma Baptist advances 94-90 in a high-scoring battle between these two teams.
Both teams do make it into the 90s.
East Central season will come to an end at 17-12. Oklahoma Baptist, their 21st win of the season with only 8 losses, advancing to the semifinals. And the opponent will be number 1 Southern Nazarene at noon on Saturday. Henderson State and Arkansas Monticello are coming up in a little bit. We'll go to Hayden Priddy in just a moment with an interview with one of the Oklahoma Baptist players. What a game this one was, Joey.
It really was, and Oklahoma Baptist did what the Bison needed to do into the second half. East Central came out, solid defense, but it just could not continue that pace.
All right, Hayden, take it away over there, Hayden Priddy, with our interview.
Okay, I'm here with freshman Jarius Hicklin, who averages 9 points a game, but his first game ever in a GAC championship, you scored 20 points. What do you have to say for yourself?
First, I want to thank God, thank my family, and also my teammates. They found me quickly in the game. They got me going. Coach told me to keep shooting, and we came out with the victory.
So you had 15 points in the second half, and you hit a few big three-pointers. Were you hype after that? Were you just like, we got to keep going? What was going through your mind after you hit those threes?
I just knew we had to win the game. So once I hit them threes, I knew it was big for the team, but I knew we had to keep going and win the game.
So tomorrow, you guys have SNU, the number 1 seed in the tournament. How do you guys feel about that?
It's going to be a tough game. We're going to fight it out, and we're going to battle just like we did today.
Well, congrats. Good win, and go celebrate with your team. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Hayden. 94-90 is our final score. Oklahoma Baptist defeats East Central and advances on to the semifinals. We got another big game coming up for you next. We hope you'll come back with us. It's Henderson against Arkansas Monticello. Jackson 22, Talley 21, Arnold 21 for Oklahoma Baptist. Thompson with 17, Lowry and Lewis both had 10, Sims had 13. For Hayden Priddy and Joey McWilliams, I'm Michael Westbrook. So long for now. This has been coverage of the GAC Sports Network.